So this strategy has made me over $20,000 from a single affiliate marketing program. And the beautiful thing is that most of it is automated with AI systems, and I'll show you step by step exactly how you can replicate this. So aside from showing you how exactly you automate this whole process, I'm also going to show you an example of a business that grew from $0 to $100,000 per month in just 4 months, and it's recurring revenue as well, by the way, and exactly how you can replicate this. So let's get straight into automation. So there are a few steps here and I'll show you some secret sauce, so bear with me. Number one is you want to aggregate viral news from the web. So I think this is fairly simple and straightforward. By the way, I created $10,000 a month affiliate marketing blueprint. Check out the description. Step number two, you want to use AI tools to summarize those news in an easy to consume format. And I'll try to leave some links and maybe some videos I've made. You can actually even create AI agents if you really want to, that aggregate the viral news and then summarize them. You can also do the aggregation manually, and then you can just optimize certain AI models that make sure that they summarize the news in a way that you want, and it's always the same, it's always consistent. So you can do all of those things pretty easily. Again, I'll try to leave some of the tools that I personally use for this. If you want, by the way, you can just use free ChatGPT. I'm just saying there are also other tools that are better. Then number three is you put everything in a newsletter format. So again, there are some newsletter tools and I'll talk about them a little bit later as well, why they're really cool, and I'll leave some of the links for them. But you just insert all of this information basically into a newsletter. By the way, I created a database of 50 best affiliate marketing growth hacks. Check out the description. Step number four is that you can actually outsource all of this for a virtual assistant to do the whole process for you, because as you notice now, it's actually a very simple process and it's very easy to outsource this. And I made some other videos how exactly you outsource for very cheap from the Philippines. So I will leave a link for that. Check that video out. Now, I'll show you in a second how exactly do you get subscribers for those newsletters, because that's the tricky part. But let me talk about the business model really quick. So I just want to mention what I said before. There are these newsletter softwares that actually have this feature called Boost, and they're called different on different platforms. But basically, this is recommending subscribing to other newsletters. So it's sort of like an affiliate program for newsletters. The only thing is you are getting basically paid whenever someone subscribes to that newsletter from your newsletter. Using these softwares, it integrates very easily within your newsletter. So it's just one click and you automatically have these sections within your newsletter where if someone subscribes, then you get paid. And obviously this kind of varies quite a bit, but in general, it's around 10 cents per subscriber. So let's say if you have 30,000 subscribers times 10 cents, that means you can make around $3,000. So this is sort of just an additional affiliate program sort of that can help you to make some money, but obviously we can make way more money with other stuff. And one more thing I wanted to mention as well is sponsor posts. You can also do that if you want, because usually I would really not suggest you do that, because we're trying to create affiliate marketing business which is quite passive, and we don't really want to do something like sponsor posts where we go out and need to find sponsors to sponsor our newsletters. That takes a lot of time and it's not really worth it. However, some of these platforms, they allow to do all of this work automatically, which again, if it doesn't require a lot of time, then you might as well do that. So placing ads within the newsletter, if you have 30,000 subscribers, on average, depends on the niche, many different factors, open rates, but around $500 per ad. So if you post 8 times per week, that's $4,000 per month. Let's say 20 times, that can make you $10,000 per month. Now, I want to mention this really quick. Digital products is really where you can make a lot of money here, because you already have this audience that you are constantly driving traffic to. So this is actually sort of like the next step after affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is more simple. Digital products is a little bit more complicated, but with digital products, basically $500, let's say that's like our average order value. with all the upsells, downsells, or their bumps. 30,000 subscribers times 500, let's say 1% conversion rate, that's $150,000. As you can see, this is really where you can make a lot of money. And I have another channel that's just about digital products, so you can check that out. But I just wanted to mention really quick that because of the nature of this method, digital products, you can easily sell your own digital products here as well. But now let's look at affiliate marketing. So with affiliate marketing, again, it depends on a bunch of different factors, you know, like your niche and all of those kind of things. But on average, people earn around $1 commissions per subscriber per month. And actually for me, it's much higher than that. But again, this is an average. So again, if you have 30,000 subscribers times $1, that means we're making around $30,000 per month. So you can see basically how exactly we make the money. Now let's get to the most important part, and that is how do you grow the newsletter? And this is where most people get stuck. However, I'm going to tell you a really simple method, and I'm actually going to show you some examples later as well, so stick with me. But first of all, we have these boosts. So what I explained before, how you can actually monetize with the boosts. Basically, you're recommending to other newsletters and people are subscribing. So you can do that the other way around. You can actually get other newsletters to recommend your newsletter, and then you pay per subscriber. So again, it really depends on your niche, all of those kind of things. On average, it costs around $1.50 to get one subscriber. So if you want to get 30,000 subscribers, what I was talking about in these examples, that's going to cost you around $45,000 in total. I know that might sound like a lot of money as an investment. However, when you really think about it, if you're doing some of these things, like as I said, boost, if you do some sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, honestly, you can break even super quick and you don't need to wait until the 30,000 subscribers to monetize. I was just taking that number as example, but really, let's say you have from one subscriber, you can already, with affiliate marketing, you can already start making money. And if you have just 1,000 subscribers, you can already be making $1,000 a month, and then you can take that money, reinvest it into getting more subscribers, and then make more money from that, so on and so forth. So you can see, but this is basically just to showcase that these platforms, so this is not available on all of the platforms, just some of these newsletter platforms. They made it super simple to do this. They basically just need to create your profile, put in how much money you're willing to pay, and that is it. And it's just so simplistic to do. And honestly, the math is just really right there. It's super simple if you implement everything correctly. And there are, by the way, other methods as well how you can grow. So you can run other ads, you can run meta ads, you can do Facebook, Instagram, Google ads, and honestly, all of those work really well if you know how to do it. You might even get subscribers for cheaper than that $1.50, but it really depends if you are good or not. You can also do cross exchanges. So this is like a free method. You can provide different lead magnets, create communities, do social content, use influencers. There's a bunch of different methods. I'll leave some of the videos that I've created on the different traffic methods. You can use all of those, and that can actually help out quite a bit. This is just like a super simple, just like an engine that you leave on, and it helps. Like the whole thing is just automated. You don't need to hustle much. You just need to put in money, and then you make money the other end out. And let me just quickly show you some of the examples. So this is the example that I mentioned at the beginning, Superhuman AI. That's a newsletter that grew from $0 to $100,000 a month. And if you go, this is basically the dashboard that where you have the boosts. So as you can see, some people actually only pay 40 cents per subscriber. As you can see, some pay $3.20. So it really differs quite a bit. But as you can see, Superhuman is right here as well, and they pay $1.60 per subscriber. And this is a big part of how they gained all of their subscribers and how they're generating this much money recurring. Another example that I absolutely love is the TLDR, and they are doing exactly what I mentioned. It's literally in the name. They are basically summarizing the news, and now they have a bunch of different newsletters and different niches, but literally too long didn't read. They just summarize exactly what I said. I'm sure they use AI for that, and they make $5 to $10 million a year just doing that. And by the way, this is the same principle as well. It's just summary of a bunch of different news in much shorter format, what people need to keep up with. So if you found this interesting, if you found this useful, then let me know. I will leave some links how exactly you can execute this step by step.